Hi, welcome to What's New in HubSpot, this video series where I do the work for you. I go through all the new product updates and new HubSpot features that happened during the last month and explain it to you and giving you my thoughts about those specific updates. And today we'll focus on what happened in November in HubSpot. And actually it happened a lot of things because I noticed 13 updates that might get your interest. Ready? Let's start with the first one. So we start with a bad news because we have a repackage of the AI blog post generator. So for the one that knew it before, you could use HubSpot AI to automatically create new blog posts. It was amazing because when you have like a cluster SEO strategy, you can spend time on your pillar content and then use this tool to create all the secondary blog posts that will focus on secondary topics. Unfortunately, they changed their pricing and is not available for everyone now. You will need to have a Content Hub, either professional or enterprise version. Note that if you had access to this before April 3rd of 2024, you will still get the ability to use it. Then we have a pretty good update, which is Sales Hub in Google Calendar. So what does that mean? It means that now you can directly create HubSpot meetings and put the hotspot of the meeting directly within your Google Calendar interface. You just need for that to have the Google Chrome HubSpot Sales Hub plugin, and you will be able to do like this show on the screen to automatically link a specific Google Calendar meeting to your HubSpot meetings and choose the outcome of the call. I think it's a good save of time because you will not have to always go to the contact record page, connect a specific meeting, map the outcome manually, etc. And that's a really good update to show for saving time. And then we have the campaign ROI. They create a whole new way to calculate the ROI, return on investment, of your HubSpot campaigns. I didn't get the chance to try it yet, but I think it's a pretty new way of seeing and analyzing campaigns. So I will create a dedicated video for campaign ROI soon. And then we have an update that I would have loved to be more complete. I was really excited when I see that. Regular expressions for property validation. So basically you can use Redex formula to force a specific format for the value of a specific property. For instance, you can force people to only put 5 digits for the US postal code, etc. The use I found was to force people on a form to only put a professional email address by blocking people to enter an email with Gmail, Outlook, etc., etc. The bad thing about it is it's working when you enter specific values within your CRM, but it's not working on form yet. So I hope it's just a beginning for this specific update and soon they will apply it globally in forms as well. But for now, the only use is to force your team and your HubSpot user to be more rigorous in their data entry. So let's see what's going to happen next with this specific update. And now we go to the task workflows. It's simply a new way of creating automation. Before you could create automation based on objects such as contact, companies, deals, or tickets, or all this kind of stuff. There's a possibility to have a workflow based on tasks. It depends on your use case, but you can find a lot of different use of this new update. For instance, if a task that has a high priority is overdue, then you can decide to rotate the owner of the task, for instance, or send an internal email to the manager, depending on what you want to do. But it's good to see that we can now create more complex automation based on different entry points. And now we arrive to my favorite update of the month is the block free email domains from scheduling meetings. So we go back to the regex formula update. Interest for me is before you have not that much possibility to customize the way people enter data in a meeting tool form. Now with this update, you can force people that want to book a meeting with you to only put a professional email address, so it can save you time to avoid having a call with an individual. For now, it's a beta. You just click on join the beta and I think it's automatic. You don't even need to wait. Then we have the countdown timer in CTA. So it's just a new module that you can drag and drop in your CTA editor that will allow you to add a countdown. So because we are in the period of Black Friday, Cyber Monday, I think it's really arrived on time. It's just a new possibility to help you create more urgency in your CTAs, so more conversion behind. I like it. I think it's a good way. They add it natively. You can just use it now if you have time-sensitive offers to propose on your website. And for the one that follow my channel, you know, I love active list and static list, and I'm happy that they keep releasing new updates about those features. They always mark it as low, but I really think it's at least medium release impact. The thing is that before, you could only create active lists that match a specific filtering. And if for some reason you wanted to exclude one or several records, you would need to create another static list, put them and add as active list filters is not member of that new list we just created. So it worked, but it was really not the best way to deal with it. So now they allow you in the setting of the active list to exclude one record or several records or directly even a list. Our next update is customizable quick filters for index pages. So you see, I don't really understand their release impact level because for me that's low, that's not medium. Just a way to be a bit more efficient in the way you manage data in your index pages. So if we zoom in, we can see that before we could just like quickly filtering by company owner or contact owner, create date, last activity date, click status. Now you have a more button that allow you to have quick filtering to display different results in your index pages. For people that work like me a lot on those index pages to just get like instant number of specific filtering, I think is good, but is not a game changer for your HubSpot use, obviously. And the last CRM update is a required association label for manual record creation. So as you know, you can associate records like a contact and a company or a company and a deal, for instance, and you can put association label because it can happen when for one company you have like 10 different contacts and you want to be able to identify directly which is the decision maker, for instance, or which is your first contact touch. So now HubSpot just gives you the possibility to force an association label every time you want to create manually an association between two objects. So same is just a way to force your users and your teams to be more rigorous in their data entry and data connections. And now we have the 4 last updates that are based on reportings and dashboards. They create a lot of new way of creating reports. First, we have AI predictive trend lines. So you can have like these kind of areas that will allow you to leverage AI to forecast future data trends in your reports. So you can choose between logarithmic and predictive. It will give you more insight whether your result is going to the good way or not, or what you can expect for future results. Another reporting and dashboard update is the CRM filtering in reports. So we talk about the quick filtering in the index pages. Basically, it's the same thing here. You will be able to have quick filtering that will apply to all the reports of a specific dashboard based on CRM properties. So you can click on more here and add the properties you want to show different results for the same report. So for instance, you want to see all those different reports for only your MQL or SQL, you can click on more, add lifecycle stages and click on MQL SQL. And then they nicely add an anomaly detection on reports, basically simply AI that will help you find results that are not supposed to be here. Like for instance, we have this huge peak here and this small peak here that are not normal based on AI. It helps you to see if you have a big change in your results, or mostly, I think it will be most of the case, if you don't have the good filtering for your reports that don't show the information you want. I guess the main use would be to be able to track automatically if you have some issues in the way you present your numbers. And the last update is that they finally add the dynamic date ranges in the new funnel report builder. I'm not a huge fan of this new funnel report builder at all. I think before it was way easier to show a conversion rate based on lifecycle stage or deal pipelines. They decided to make it way more complex. I guess it matters for people that have like way more complex needs in terms of conversion funnels, but before that update we were not able to have dynamic date ranges that would make the use of this funnel report builder really limited. Now it's fine, they fixed it and you can use it for last month, today, yesterday, this week, etc. Here's a list here of all the different possibilities of filtering. I still wish they go back to the previous funnel builder, but now it's here. I think it will never change. At least now we can have a good date filtering. So that was all the 13 updates you should not have missed in November. I hope this video was clear enough. If it's the case, don't forget to put a thumbs up and to subscribe to this channel to make sure you will not miss any new videos. I publish once a week. Let me know in the comments if I forget an update that everyone would be interested in. It was Greg. I wish you a great week and see you soon.